Hello and welcome back. So, we are back in the wonderful Skywanderers, and basically I just wanted to have a look with you guys at the new systems implemented in the most recent update. So, if you've seen the developers, Suno Mayo's new devlog, basically he added gimbals to the small brick laser turrets, and he sort of suggested that larger block-based laser turrets will be added. So there's still like a whole bunch of stuff planned for the weapon system updates and all that, but I just wanted to try and go through them with you guys. However, when I tried making this video earlier today, I realized that I couldn't really make an effective review of the new systems he's implemented because my game is broken. It has been for a little while, and as far as I can tell, it's not actually a problem with the game, but something on my computer is somehow buggering it up. So I'll just show you what I mean. So we'll just spawn in the Aster Starfighter. We'll just open the cockpit here, jump in, close the cockpit. We'll go from here to here, and then spin around. Now, as you can see, there is a little blue targeting reticule, but it's actually back to my left. And if I actually try to select the Explorer right in front of me, it actually doesn't really want to select it. It's quite difficult to get it selected, and then as you can see, it still shows the only entity in region behind me, despite the fact it is actually in front of me. And for this reason, I can't actually show how the turret firing works with the new gimbals, because as far as I can tell, the shots don't actually change direction, because as far as they can tell, the shots are trying to bend behind me. So see, there's the targeting reticule off to the side there, and as you can see, when I actually put damage in on the ship, the little health number, so number 2 in this case, is actually appearing up over there. So it's actually kind of difficult to show the new system to its full extent, because my game apparently is broken and I'm not sure what it is. I've tried numerous things graphic related, but I can't figure it out. So with further testing, I'll try and figure it out for future videos, but for the moment it seems I can't really show off too well just how this all works, which is quite unfortunate. So I will show you what I can though. So as you can see in the bottom right corner, there is the targeting camera. That isn't part of this update, it was the one before that, but this most recent update added the addition of the little health number, so it did 2 damage. And if you look in the bottom right corner, the shields sort of fluctuate on the Explorer just slightly. That's the green bar, and they sort of go down just a little bit. And also a few different things that were added is the damage. So when you actually put a hit in on the ship, you get the red sort of targeting mouse thing here, which is nice, just so, you know, in combat games you can actually tell when you actually hit something. And you can see just by shooting, I am doing damage, and etc, etc. Now what we will do is we will park we'll park over this side of the ship, I think. And then because the Aster Starfighter doesn't actually have any shields, we will use the bomber, oh not the bomber, so the Explorer, to do damage to the Starfighter. So what we will do is we will probably just go to the bridge. Actually, it's probably a bit easier. I still haven't fixed the airlock thing that was suggested to me, and actually it was something I knew I had to do. Basically make it so if this airlock is open, this one can't open unless that one gets closed. So basically all I'd have to do is, when I press activate, it would automatically send a signal to the close button on this door, which would close this door, and then after say a 2-second delay, it would then open this door. It's really simple. I've done it on other ships, but I just haven't put it into this ship yet, and I really should get around to it. So first things first, so we will jump into the seat, and there. We'll press number 3 to deploy the turrets. As you can see, it's sliding into place here. And then, ooh, a little bit of illegal clipping there. I mean, very slight, but I don't know I can do too much about that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we will exit this one here. And then we want the right-hand turret from memory. Here we are. Now, it's kind of loud, but oh well. Basically, you just start shooting it. Now, if we can... Actually, we might just need to do this from this chair here. Or we might need to go into third person. There it is. Okay, now we're locked onto the Starfighter. Can we now go into this? Doesn't seem so. Okay, so we're just gonna have to shoot it. But as you can see here, shooting it, there's now debris, which is really awesome. Just showing that you've actually done damage to it. And then also, we will just try and take out this engine here. Taking out the part in front of it, the grill. And now those engines behind it go offline. And we'll just leave that one engine sort of pod off, so the left-hand one. And now, when we get into this seat, and then we target it, if you see under the 27 meters, 2,649 kilograms, there is now 64%, or 737 kilonewtons. At least I think that's kilonewtons. I can't remember. I haven't done physics in a while. Basically, you can now disable entire systems. So in this case, it has disabled one of the engine pods, we'll call it. And therefore, it's now only got 64% thrust. So what that means is that you can actually actively track taking out the ship's shields and weapons and seeing if they're going to come back online or if they're actually damaged. So it's just a cool little idea of disabling part of the ship until it is repaired. So in this case, we've just destroyed one engine, but because it's connected to these other 4 ones here, all 5 of them have gone offline until the first one is repaired. So in this case, we will just laser repair it up. As you can see, it is now glowing again, which is wonderful, which means this one here is now glowing on the back here as well. So basically the idea is that you take out one engine, you take out all the engines. However, Suna has mentioned that he will probably be fine-tuning that, which I think is a really good idea. I haven't quite thought of the exact formula for it, but I'm thinking something along the lines of if you destroy, say, 20% of the engines in the grid, then the engine rack will go offline. So in this case, because there are 5 engines, you destroy 20% of them, so in this case you only need to destroy 1 engine block, and then the other 4 go offline. However, on a ship of a slightly larger scale, say, I can't remember how many there are, but we'll just say there's 100 engine blocks on the back of this one here, you would need to destroy 20 of the engine blocks before the engine grid goes offline entirely. So that's just sort of a rough estimation in my eyes of what should be how many engines have to go offline before the entire grid goes offline. Because you think about it, it's really not that hard to get one shot in on an engine, damage it and break it, and then the entire engine grid goes offline, and then the entire ship is dead in the water. In a sci-fi point of view, I imagine that you would be able to take out a few of the engines before the entire engine grid goes offline, but hopefully whilst they're being damaged, you can get a crew member inside the ship. So in this case, we will just go in here, and then we could just go into here, and we could use our repair laser, repair the engines that have been damaged, and then keep the ship in the sky, so to say, for just long enough for us to get out of the fight, activate the hyperdrive and get out of there, sort of thing. So that's basically the stuff that's been done as best I can tell. I really like the sort of particle effect for damaging the other blocks. So as you saw there, like the little shrapnel flying off, that was really cool. Engines being disabled now. I'm pretty sure it's the symbol, not the symbol, the same for power grids, so the power blocks and the shield blocks. However, I haven't actually confirmed that yet, but I imagine that's how it will be in the future, regardless. What else? There was one other thing. That's right. I literally just discovered this whilst I was trying to record. It is, when you press F10 now, you basically freeze time. It's a time freeze mode. So as you can see here, I'm actually looking at myself. You can, like, there's no one there, but technically I am looking at myself because I've basically exited my body and now time is no longer moving. So what does this mean? This means that if I... there's a whole new set of controls as well, so it's different controls from usual, but if I were to shift... Ooh, still getting used to these weird time slowdown controls. Shift brake, there it is. It's kind of difficult because shift is now down in this mode. Shift brake, then it brakes everything and the animations are still playing because everything is running at super slow speed. And so you can break things in the normal manner. As you can see here, the little loading circle as usual, but it is moving extremely slowly. Like, barely a few pixels at a time, really. So, of course, the next thing to try was, I wonder if I can get into my airlock. I wonder if sliders are still working. So it's kind of hard to tell with those already deployed, but regardless, these sliders don't actually work. So we can probably just go inside here. Also, you sort of ghost through everything. You don't need to be traveling at high speed to clip through things. So if I just press F to activate, as you can see here, it is going to very slowly open the door. So we'll come back to that in a few minutes and see if it's opened any further. Basically, turrets are awesome now. You can take some really awesome screenshots with this. So we'll just get rid of the hotbar there. We will get rid of the multi-tool as well, and we will just fire a shot. And the video isn't being slowed down. You can see that there is actually a laser shot leaving the turret now. It's blue, so this is like Kylo Ren from Star Wars firing, well, it's not firing, sorry, stopping the laser blast from traveling very fast or moving super slowly, whatever. Now it's sort of turned into like a particle dust storm here, and it's slowly just moving on its way, and eventually it would hit a block if there was something in front of it and damage it. As you can see, like, I'm not slowing down the video. This is actually just it as a screenshot sort of mode. You can fire a weapon and just leave it be and just take all the screenshots you want. For example, we can now see what missiles actually look like. So as you can see here, it has fired the missile. You got the sort of blast from the missile launcher here, and you can see the little missile slowly working its way out of the barrel. And there's a bit of weird noise effects in this mode, but as you can see, it's pretty cool just seeing the missile move at such a slow speed. What you could potentially do is fire a shot at a ship and watch the damage slowly unfold. So as you can see, we've got the laser shot slowly leaving its way from the turret there, the little blue dot being the actual damaging part as best I can tell. You got the missile slowly leaving, you got the damaged blocks just like staying, like with their animation of the blocks being broken. God, I'm losing my voice. It's just really great to see all these sort of things. So if we were to fire a few shots, just try and get both turrets going at once. As you can see, we got one shot and then one shot in the other one, and they should slowly move towards each other, which should hopefully, if the turret was still aimed at the starfighter here, eventually impact with it, and then hopefully we'll get to see the slow motion particle. It may take a little while to get there though. Unfortunately, I don't think there is a way to speed up movement of time, because this feature wasn't actually documented anywhere as being in the game yet. It's something I accidentally stumbled across. I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to stumble across it. But it's just really awesome. You can take some really amazing screenshots. So hopefully, if there's ever another screenshot competition, this will allow people to create some truly stunning pieces of work. Still getting used to the controls here, but we will just start coming a little bit closer, ready for the shots. It looks like these shots actually turn to golden now over there, but hopefully these actually impact. It looks like they're going to hit the cockpit glass, so the canopy, and there's 2 shots in one area there and then another one just trailing just behind it. So hopefully that's enough of a shot to take out everything. So you can see there it actually hits it, does damage basically straight away. A little bit of damage bloom there, more damage bloom, and as you can see the little bits of shrapnel slowly flying off it. It's pretty awesome. There's nothing quite like it. So I'll just try and open the canopy if I can. Yeah, it's doing it just slowly. So we'll also just check in on this airlock just to show how slow time is actually moving. So the door still isn't quite wide enough for a person to fit through. You got the missile here, we'll have another look at that. Slowly making its way out into the distance. Got that shot still going as well. Got like a little sort of energy bloom for the engine trail. Little blue dots get left behind by the looks of it, which slowly turn red. So first test there's little blue dots that appear, and now it looks like they're slowly turning a red colour and dissipating. But I guess that's just sort of the animation effect you get for the missile moving away. So another blue dot should form soon. In a moment, there it is, just forming now. As you can see, the missile slowly moves away. And geez, why stop there? Come back over here and watch more shrapnel and blast damage whilst the cockpit is opening, whilst that has been shooting this. Create some truly awesome stuff, and well, you can actually just see up there the damage being done. So it looks like it's done 2 damage per shot or something, 2, maybe 3, or 20, or maybe 3, I can't really tell, the numbers are on top of each other. But as you can see here, you get some truly awesome pictures. So hopefully we can see some screenshots other people make soon, and I'll see if I can do a video of some people's screenshots with this new found ability to slow down time to a near frozen state. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If there's anything you would like to see in more detail about new systems, new updates, please don't be afraid to ask. I would love to do some more videos on that sort of stuff. And I will see you in the next one.